Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, no. Hey, everyone. Let me give it just a second so more people can come in here. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing? Everyone doing? I almost messed that up. I almost said I was gonna say how's everybody, but then I said everyone. Um, so, uh, I wasn't exactly 100% planning on doing a chill live, like a hangout live without a certain topic. But because of what's happened today, I was like, let me just address it. What's happened ever since I uploaded that video? I'm like, let me just address this so I can kind of get it out of the way. Um, Also, okay. So what day was that? Let me see what day it was. I was jamming out while ago, you guys. Anytime I'm like not working, well, I'm always working if I'm in here, but if I'm not on a live stream, I listen to music like the whole time. And I have this new favorite song that I've been listening to a lot. It's called Wrecking Ball, and it's not by Miley Cyrus. It's by Eric Church. And it's a love making song. It's a really good song. So, anyways, I was jamming out to that while ago. But okay, let me just tell you guys about when I did this video. On the 12th. So 3 days ago, it was a Monday actually, I remember, because I wanted to do it like Thursday or Friday. So at first, Destiny, I think, sent me this clip of like um Cheyenne's portion of the trailer for Teen Mom, right? She sent me this clip and was like, oh my gosh, this was so sad. Um, After watching it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is wild. Like, what? Um, like, who would target, a family? Also, before I even get into this, um, my channel is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not take everything that I say as facts. Please do your own research to form your own opinion. This is a commentary channel where I kind of go over, trending topics, celebrities, things such as that. Sometimes I will speculate on things. Sometimes, if things don't make sense, I will take the information that I know and kind of make my own assumption about things. I never get on here um, and say, oh, without a doubt, I know for a fact this has happened. Sometimes if I think it happened, I'll be like, yeah, that happened. But I would never get on my channel and lie about anything, ever. Yes, it was exactly Destiny. So Destiny sent that to me. Was it Thursday, Destiny? I think whatever day it was that Destiny sent it to me, I was like, oh, I want to talk about to my people about this. Like, this is wild that this has happened. Um, I did not get to do it when I wanted to because my son had to have surgery immediately, like early Thursday morning. So Wednesday night, I was on a live. My son opened the door and said, "Mom, my stomach's hurting a little bit." He plays football, and that day they had extra workout, and I assumed that they had punishment workouts. One of the kids got in trouble. Some of the kids got in trouble. I don't know. So they made the whole team do more workouts. So I really just believed, like, oh, it's probably his stomach's probably sore from the extra sit ups they did. I'm like, what is this? That looked kind of funny. The sit ups. I'm like, okay, so it's probably his stomach's probably sore from the extra sit ups, okay? Hey, cows, go moo. I'm like, wait, what? Cows, go moo. I like that name. So my son, he came in here, he's like, my stomach hurts. I was on a live. I said, go take some ibuprofen. I'll be in just a little bit. Really figured it was due to the exercises. Um, so I ended like 10 minutes later, went in there. He had taken the ibuprofen, said, I don't feel good. Um, my stomach hurts. And I said, I hope you're not, like your appendix is not causing you problems. Not too long ago, my nephew's appendix ruptured, like literally ruptured. Flossie's boy, he was in the hospital for like days after it ruptured. Like it had leaked, like in his stomach, like it had leaked, like infection all in his stomach. It was bad. So I'm like, oh, I hope um, I hope it's not your appendix. So within 30 minutes of me going inside, he was like on the floor, hurled over, not well. So I said, okay, no, I'm taking you to the doctor. We live in a small town. I took him to the ER, and they said, it sounds like your appendix. And I said, that's what I thought. They said, we're going to do some tests. Is a CAT scan the same thing as a CT scan? They did something where they laid him on this bed and they put him into this donut looking thing and then brought him out, right? And it like, you can see your insides. It was on the 8th. Okay, it was Thursday. So it was that day that I initially saw it and I wanted to cover it. Keep in mind when I saw it, my heart broke for Cheyenne and her family. Zach, Cheyenne, the kids. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine. Like, I know what I went through with my arrest, and I'm so thankful that my kids were not with me. If they would have been with me, I know it would have traumatized them. So I know Cheyenne's kids, for sure, Ryder is traumatized. I know Cheyenne is traumatized. I know Zach is traumatized. Like, despite what anyone thinks, I know this is a difficult thing to go through. I know this they're traumatized with it. So anyway, that's why I was like, oh my gosh, like I just got to talk about this. Okay, you had a CT scan. So a CT scan is not the same as CAT scan. Oh, CAT scan is just on your brain, huh? Okay. So anyways, at like 1 o'clock in the morning, we find out it is in fact appendicitis, and he's gonna have to be transported to another hospital because our hospital, they don't have surgeons. Um, they're just like a Band-Aid station with peace and love and respect. They're not equipped to handle something like that. So that was like, you can be shipped to the city, which is an hour and a half away, or you can be shipped to a hospital that's like 35, 40 minutes down the street. It's not really the city. It's a little bit bigger than our town, but it's got a surgeon. And then they told me, well, never mind, you can't be shipped to the city because they're full. And I was like, wow. And they also told me that they had 3 people that they were actually sending out that night. Then my son, they said, if this is appendicitis, he is the 3rd one that we've seen tonight. And I was like, wow, is it contagious? And they were like, no. But it was weird that like so many people had gotten appendicitis. So it was Thursday. Yeah, because I think I was at the hospital still. Yeah, I want to say I was at the hospital. So we get to the bigger hospital at like 3 in the morning. They tell him, listen, you can go to sleep now. The surgeon comes in at 6:30. Go to sleep now and then wake up at like 6 and take a shower because you're going to have a shower before surgery. Or you can take your shower now. After the shower, y'all can go to bed. So I said, go ahead and take your shower now since we're awake. That way, after that, we can go to bed. We don't have to wake up, that time early or earlier. So my son jumps in the shower. After he gets out of the shower, I get everything settled. I get him settled. I get me settled. And I sleep on this little tiny chair in the hospital that pulls out into like a recliner type situation. We lay down at like 4, right? The surgeon came in at 5:30, not 6:30. Woke us up and it's like, yeah, so he's going to have surgery. I got someone already back there that I'm about to go do surgery on. It'll be about an hour and you'll be next. So I'm like, okay. So, Caden is really close to his grandmother. And because everything happened late, I had not had time to call her and inform her of what was happening. But she wakes up early. So she goes to bed at 8 o'clock, wakes up at 5:30. So when he came in there and he's like, okay, about an hour surgery, I'm like, oh, Jesus, let me call Granny. So I called Granny. I'm like, hey, Granny, I'm in the hospital with Cate. Oh, no, what's wrong with my boy? I'm like, appendicitis. He's going to have surgery in like an hour. Tell him I'm on my way. Granny was there in 30 minutes. Granny threw her clothes on and she got to the hospital. Now, I guess whoever had the surgery before my son, they ran into some complications, I guess, because it was literally like 3 hours later. It wasn't one, it was like 3 hours later. My son went into surgery finally. Everything was fine, but I was not able to work from Wednesday night when I took, I wasn't able to work. So anyways, Monday I come back to work and I'm like, I'm definitely going to talk about this. I'm definitely going to cover this. Because it's just mind blowing that someone could, roll up on a family and unload on them 13 bullets. Like, why? Especially someone that they said they knew. It was someone that they knew, which makes it. If this would have been some random act of violence, like we seen the shooter, but we don't know who it was. If they were robbed or someone like that, then it would have been like, okay, so this strange person maybe knew them from TV, like, oh, they're on TV, they're probably rich, robbed. Then it would make more sense, and I get it. LA is okay. Cheyenne said he was just getting out of surgery when we talked about Teen Mom. Okay, I knew. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure I was at the hospital when I saw it. So, like, I get it. LA has a lot of crime, and this type of stuff happens. Apparently, way more than I even knew, because when I saw the clips of the news broadcasting, like a mom and her son, there were also 2 other people in the vehicle, her husband or boyfriend or whatever, and another child. I'm like, that makes sense that it would be him. It's around the same time, allegedly. It's a black BMW. I've always seen a black car sitting outside of their house when they're on the show. Zach said they hit a Prius. It looks like a Prius in the aerial shot. Everything there was only 2 things that didn't really make sense was the ages. Cheyenne's age and Ace's age that they said. But it even looked like Ace. So, that Monday, I get up and I go back and I watch the clip again. And I edit the clip because I wanted to show you guys the clip. When I done my live stream, I wanted to show you guys the clip and I wanted to show it. I couldn't just show it without transforming it some way so it would fall under fair use guidelines. So I went through and I transformed it, and we did the live. Well, after that, I went through and I found these articles about a shooting that happened in LA, and the helicopter clip, of everything, and I thought, oh my gosh, like that's them. That's their situation, like this is. I'm actually going to go back and find it really quickly. So in my video, I absolutely believed that the clips that was posted on Reddit, the news broadcasting clip, as well as the article, I believed that to be about Zach and Cheyenne's situation. So that's what I said. I said, this is what was found. Oh, Stephanie, I just saw this. Did you see this? No, I haven't seen this. What is it? Oh, Stephanie, I just saw your message. Oh, there's a clip. There's 4 seconds. I'm not going to listen to that right now because I don't know what it is. But let me find it. What was Thursday? Wait, no, this was Monday. So that was the 12th. Let me find it. All right, so we see the clip about Cheyenne's, the shooting, right? They decide to talk about it, which I have to imagine is very difficult to talk about. I have to imagine it took a lot for her to even, want to talk about it. Jubes, they're mad at me because I'm not really sure. But I just saw the Grace report says something about their situation as well. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is that has them mad. Like, I don't know if it's because I read people's comments where people was like, because there were comments, and I did read some of the comments. I repeated some of the comments. I was like, there's people that believe this has something to do with Zach's past. There was some woman that said she knows why this happened, and it's because Zach was a skate. Like, I was repeating things that people were saying publicly. Okay, so let's see. I do see where she put out one, Zach Davis slams shooting rumors. Um, okay, Cheyenne was shot at 13 times. Teen Mom Next Chapter, Episode 1 recap. So a lot of the comments are, like, a lot of people do, for some reason, think that, the thing is they said they knew this person. Which is why people believe that this was not a random act of violence, but there was some reason behind it. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, be ridiculous. I didn't pull things out of thin air. I wasn't like, oh, well, like, where I got that Cheyenne was shot and Ace was shot was from an article that said the mom and the son was shot. And I truly believe the article to be about Zach, that shooting. So I'll share this with you guys really quickly. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I could be totally wrong. But I'm getting heat for it. What's so crazy is Zach and Cheyenne blocked me off Instagram. Well, I have another account, so I can still see their stuff. But they blocked me off my LB account, right? Which is fine, whatever. But why show the car, defend yourself, and be like, and say things, if you're trying to if you're trying to convince people, like, hey, those articles was not about us. That wasn't about our situation. Here's the car that we were in. Because the pictures and the helicopter video from the helicopter of the incident shows a black car, which I always assumed they had a black car because that's what we always see in the driveway on Teen Mom. We see a black car in Cheyenne's driveway. So apparently Zach, he made this statement like, that's not our car. This is the car that we were in, and he shows a white car. But he had me blocked, so I couldn't even see that. The only way I knew was because someone told me. Someone told me, like, hey, well, actually, someone commented and said, Zach has already debunked the article. This article is about their shooting. He showed pictures of the car that they were in. It's a white car. In the article, it's a black car. So that's not their situation. And they posted a link for me to go see it. But this person that shared that was not being very nice with the way that they were coming at me. And I already know about links. Like, if you don't just go clicking on links, right? So I was like, let me go see if I can find it. So I went to his Instagram account where it was supposedly posted, and I couldn't find his account. So then I switched over to my personal Instagram account, and I went to his Instagram account, and I still couldn't find it. So I'm like, well, where is it? So then I started thinking, well, maybe this person left me a link that was like a virus or something, because I'm not seeing anything about him saying anything about this shooting, right? But then the Ashley Realities Roundup posts an article, and it shows what he posted. He deleted it, but it shows what he posted. And it is a white car. So I'm like, okay, but why, if you're going to defend yourself, would you block the person that you want her to know? Exactly, being Baby Brooklyn. Yeah, like, exactly. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a mean person. I don't get on here. And these people that are coming at me, they're like, you're lying to make money. And I'm like, first off, I could cover the story and without having to say that here's these articles. I think this is about Cheyenne's incident. And these articles say that she was shot, that Ace was shot. I could cover the story without including those little bits of information and get the same amount of views. And not one video about anybody Teen Mom related is going to make me rich. I'm sorry. Just not enough people watch the show anymore for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that people's like, you're lying to you're trying to get rich. What? I don't know who you think you are, but you know what I'm saying? Right. I wouldn't even know that they were mad at me. And I'm assuming they are. Like, I'm assuming these people know them, and they're. I mean, they did block me, so they did. Which Cheyenne could have messaged me and been like, "Hey, that's not our article. We were in a white car. The clip that you showed where the baby is being toted out of the fire truck, that's not Ace. Like, I know it looks like him, but that's not him. I promise you." And I would have got right back on here and said, "Hey, listen, you guys, I heard from Cheyenne, and she said this article is not about them, and that clip is not Ace." I would have said that. I even made a video clarifying the information again yesterday, exactly. And when the person came into my chat today, "Why are you doing blah, 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 blah?" I'm like, "Listen, I made a video to clarify it." "Well, why don't you take the other video down?" Because then it wouldn't really make sense in the video where I'm like, the video that I did, blah, 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 I thought this, I don't know about that, and I'm talking about this video that I've done, for that video not to be up anymore. Well, you know, Casey, I actually said to the person that was in here a while ago, that if they sue a little YouTuber like me over, like, they're celebrities, they're just going to have to get used to, like, something very big happened and it doesn't make sense. I didn't go digging for these articles. People found them. People found the news clip and posted them in places that I saw them, right? So I'm not the only one questioning, well, why did this happen? I'm not the only one talking about it. But if they're really going to try to sue, like, some little nobody YouTuber, I think that's not going to be a good look for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think people would be like, what? I think it would make them look almost petty to do that. So I don't know for sure if they are. Someone came in here and said that they were. Thank you, KGC. So this was the article that, this was May 14, 2020, that someone found, not me, someone found it and said, this matches to be Cheyenne's situation. And it says, mother and 2-year-old injured in reported walk-up shooting. I read it. A mother and a 2-year-old child. Now, this is what I did say. I said the article says a 2-year-old child. Ace is not 2. He is 1. But it's possible that the age is wrong. Like, if it is about them, that they just got his age wrong. That's very possible. Walk-up shooting in South Los Angeles, which I think that's where their shooting happened. I think it happened somewhere in South Los Angeles. Happened just after 3 p.m. on Friday at the 1700 block of West 56th Street. Now, someone, when this article was posted, someone commented and said that place there is, you know, like a mile away from Cheyenne's house. So I was like, oh, well, that makes it make even more sense. If where this shooting happened is, you know, less than 5 miles away from Cheyenne's house, then it makes even more sense that it could be her. Relatives said the mother and Tyler were shot and immediately rushed to the hospital. Cameras captured first responders placing the child in an ambulance. According to family members, both mother and child are stable. Police said the mother, who is in her 20s, was shot in the stomach. Family members said the child suffered an injury to his foot. Video from Air 7 HD was captured what appeared to be a black BMW at the scene with at least one bullet hole to the back window. Now, the reason, once again, I'm like, okay, I think that's him. Yes, oh, my Amanda. Something fell from behind my building, from behind my thing. So I'm like, okay, at Cheyenne's house, we always see like a black car. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. Like, there's always a black, you know, like, there's always a black car sitting in their driveway when you see outside their home. So, black BMW, I thought, okay, that probably makes sense too. Police have since launched a search for the suspects. Investigators said they took off running after the shooting. Were last seen eastbound on West 56th Street. It's unclear if the suspects were inside the BMW prior to the incident. Okay, so this was one of the articles that I read. I don't remember if this... There was nothing in there that would tell me, okay, this is not Cheyenne and Zach's situation. This is not about them. There was nothing in there that would tell me for certain, but there were several things in there that pointed to the possibility that it could have been. You know what I'm saying? Right, Crystal. It would be a waste of money, unfortunately. I mean, I hope they wouldn't go that far because here's the thing. I don't care how much money I have. I do not want to waste it on a lawsuit because I do have children. Um, uh, okay, so let me see. Is this the right one? No, let me click out of that. I mean, look, you look at Tati's lawsuit that she had against the YouTuber and how she literally had blatant comments that were, in my opinion, very malicious. There would be no other reason to make the comments but to be mean and to be nasty. Okay, I'm actually. I'm gonna try to play this because this also was a big thing that made me think. Okay, this is definitely about them. This is definitely about them. And you guys, I don't know for certain. All I do know for certain is I tried to look Zach and Cheyenne up from my LB account, could not find them. I go to my other accounts, I can find them. So it definitely seemed like they did in fact block me. Whether or not they're actually going to sue me, I don't know for sure. Someone said that. I, I wouldn't think that they would do that. So I'm not going to go off and, call her petty or anything. I would just hope that she wouldn't because it would be a waste of money for her, for me, over something that literally everybody else is saying and doing. And it's not, I've not said anything with malicious intent knowing that it was false. As a matter of fact, I believe that, okay, hold on, let me show you guys. I absolutely believe that the article and the thing was about her situation, like 1,000%. Okay, so here is the part where the baby is getting out of the fire truck, and it looks like Ace. Okay, like, so you see him toting the baby back there, little baby. Oh, it looked it looked like Ace. They look, and you guys remember Cheyenne said on the show. She said, didn't she say she jumped out of the car and ripped the clothes off her baby to like make sure her baby was okay? Did she not say that? Like, I shouldn't have had to jump out of the car and strip my baby to check for injuries. Didn't she say that? So that would explain why the baby was in a diaper. So, things just made sense for it to be about them. Like, does that not. I absolutely believe this video, everything made sense for it to be about them and their situation. Um, okay, let's go over here. I don't know, Zuna. I mean, maybe. Um, I read somewhere that he went live. That Zach went live and responded. But I'm not seeing any live. What I did see, okay, in this clip, the cop said it was gang related. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this up.
The investigation right now leads. The suspects were last seen running eastbound.
In this clip, like the cop says something about like we believe it's gang related. Um, okay, so this looks like the car that I've seen in their driveway before, like a black, SUV, not an SUV, a black BMW. So the fact that anyone could watch my videos, see what I'm showing, and then be like, "You're lying. You know you're lying." No, actually, it makes a lot of sense, and that's why I believe what I believe.
One of the vehicle's windows shattered. LAPD detectives collecting evidence at the scene.
I wanna
Or several suspects who took off on foot.
The information we got, it was a walk-up shooting. It's an ongoing investigation right now, and they're working on leads.
I wanna pause and play. Is that clip related to Cheyenne shooting or the other one? Is that one they're at because you said it was gang related? Or... So okay, I think what they're saying. I think what they're saying is that. So Cheyenne says that nobody was shot. Her and the baby was not shot. That's what she was saying. Now, due to like this article and this recording and another recording and another article that I read and watched, it was reported that there was a shooting, black BMW hit a car that looked like a Prius, a lot of shots in the car, a woman, her son, another child, and a father all in the car, and the only two shot was the woman and her son. The people that found these articles in the clip was like, I think this is Cheyenne's situation. And I'm like, oh yeah, I think it is too. So I was like, Cheyenne and the boy got shot, clearly, because the articles in the clip say that they did, right? And we saw a picture of her on a stretcher, and she had surgery due to the shooting. So that would make sense. If she got shot in the stomach, maybe she had to do a quick surgery because of that wound. The baby looked like Ace. Like, everything made sense. The only thing was the ages. And, okay, KG, bye. And then the ages and her saying nobody got shot. You know, so I was like, well, maybe she can't say, maybe because it's still being investigated. Maybe she don't want to say that they were injured. I don't know. So I think they're mad because if they were not shot and I just had the wrong information and I believe the wrong information, they're mad that I'm spreading misinformation. But I made it clear, you know, that Cheyenne said they weren't shot. I'm pretty sure, like I said that. I know somebody in the chat did. I know somebody in the chat was like, well, why would Cheyenne say that no one was shot? And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe she's, you know, can't give all the information. Maybe due to the show, like an NDA, like I don't know. But these articles seem like, you know, yeah, Ace is a baby, yeah. So, Cheyenne and Zach made like a post on his Instagram. He took it down. They blocked me on Instagram, and then every live stream that I've done since that, like I've gotten really nasty comments on the videos that I did about it. I ended up having to like block the person because they literally were responding to like everybody. Like anybody that was like, this is terrible. Like, why did this happen? You know, Leslie's lying. She knows she's lying. She's purposely putting out false information just to make money. So I ended up having to block the person because I was like, that's a lie. You are lying. There's no way you could know something like that for a fact. And second off, I've never got on my channel and lied. There's been times I've gotten information wrong and I've come back here and been like, oh, you guys, I got that wrong. My bad. Like one time, the Ashley put out an article saying that Janelle Easton had lupus. And it wasn't Janelle. It was somebody from like 90 Day Fiance or something. And I was like, ooh, my bad, I got that wrong. So there's been times, but I'm not a journalist. I don't claim to be a news channel. Like I enjoy celebrities, reality TV, trending topics, and I like to just come here and talk to you guys about it and keep you guys up to date with things that are going on. And I try to make sure I listen and watch things enough to know. But sometimes if, you know, people are not giving all the information, others will go looking for it. And this woman here says, she says the woman jumped out of her car and said, oh no, my baby's been shot. Cheyenne did say she jumped out of the car and she started stripping her baby down to check for like injuries. So I don't know, like I read a lot of comments, you know, I questioned, I was like, so I read somewhere, you know, that, you know, Zach was recently arrested. And I talked about this comment, you know, because everybody wants to know why. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? It wasn't a random act of violence because it was someone that they knew. I mean, if I'm driving on the street and somebody rolls up on me and they got a gun and I look over and I know that person, I'm going to think there's a reason behind this. They're doing this for a reason. Whether that reason be I pissed them off, whether it be because they think I got money and they're going to try to rob me. There's a reason behind it. Somebody that you know and that has been to your house is not going to shoot your vehicle up 13 times with your family in it. They're just not. I don't think. I mean, stuff like that don't happen in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But everybody that's like aware of the situation, look, there goes a little baby again. Like, I thought that was ace. Like, I did. It would be better. It would be nicer if, if they are that mad at me, they could just be like, hey, that wasn't ace. That's not our situation. We really wasn't shot. Like, we don't mind you covering it and talking about it. We get it. We're on TV. That happening to our family is a huge thing. So we get that you're going to talk about it. You cover Teen Mom, reality, TV news, and gossip. So, like, we get it. But if you're going to talk about it, then, we want to make sure you have the right information and you're not putting out false information. Now, would that mean that I would not read people's comments? People that have tried to make it make sense. Oftentimes, I usually do read comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and I think, honestly, the comments is what got them upset, I believe. I was shot by one of my renters for absolutely no reason. Just came to my house and shot me in the back. Oh, my goodness. That's terrible. He must have had like some mental illness or something to just shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't trying to rob you or nothing. All right, let me see. Okay, so on Teen Mom, the Instagram page, where they shared the clip of her talking about it, someone said, damn, it be your own friends? Okay, thank God everyone was okay. Sad that it was somebody who they thought was their friends. I wasn't the only one that was like, a friend, Felon on the run. Here's news releases from the Los Angeles District Attorney for May 2022. See, I read something from May 2022, and apparently that wasn't about them. Can you email it to me? Yeah, for no reason. I'm stealing from the question. Oh my goodness, Faith. I'm so sorry. Maybe they're upset because you talking about it, creating all these narratives. I don't know how they could be upset about that, though, because they are the ones that put it out. Like, nobody knew about this. It was not in the news, apparently, from what's being said. Because I found news clips. Well, I didn't find them. They were posted on Reddit and the Teen Mom fan pages. Posted them. It was like, we think this is about Cheyenne's shooting, right? They put out this clip saying, hey, we were shot by somebody we know with our kids in the car. 13 bullets to the car. We're traumatized. We're devastated. And I'm like, I'm devastated for you. People are going to question and speculate and be like, how did this happen? That they have to have known that would. But I didn't create any false narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never said, I know this has to do with X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing anything any more than anybody else is doing by saying, why did this happen? Could it be for this reason? Could it be for that reason? You know what I'm saying? Faith. Oh my goodness. I hope he's in jail. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. This person said, why though? Was the person on drugs? Is it gang related? Why were they a target? There has to be a reason. That's what somebody said. And then someone else said, see, I'm not the only one like asking questions, Someone else said, they said he was like family to them. Same, which they didn't say that unless they said that somewhere else. They just said, we knew him, he's been to the house, we have pictures of him, which one could interpret that as like family. I don't know, Destiny. Yeah, exactly, Jay. I mean, he did his own life when the cops were there to get him to drive. Oh my gosh. Hey, Troll. Missed the start. I'll watch later episode. Sounds good, Troll. It's so funny. Like, hey, Troll. I have trolls. um, Someone said, seems like Zach was targeted. They didn't say why. I'm wondering the same. Why would this person do this? I hope I don't get crucified for this, but it sounds suspicious as hell. Watching her family react sealed the deal for me. Lots of holes and gaps in the story. Usually there's something else going on. So I'm just questioning it like anybody else. Like, you cannot get on national television and say that this happened to you and expect no one to talk about it. And expect no one to be like, why did this happen? You know, why did this happen? Like, I hope it didn't have anything to do with Zach. I do hope it was a random act of violence. You want to know why? Because if it had anything to do with some vendetta, I worry that they could be targeted again. If it was just this random, oh, I'm just going to go out and shoot somebody today and you were the first car that I rolled up on, so you were the victim, then at least maybe, you know, they could feel safe by knowing it's not going to happen again. This person is not going to come for us again. He didn't target us. But if they were targeted for some reason, you know, some history with this guy, maybe the guy was jealous of them, that they're on TV. Maybe the guy suspected that they were rich and was going to rob them. Like, we don't know. My main concern, my main worry is that they would, you know, go after them again. Yeah, it's been hush hush. It's gonna, exactly, because like anything else like this happened and like it's out in the news. Um, Faith, I'm so glad that like your baby, your grandbaby was not hurt. Exactly, Roxanne. I'm glad you said that. When she said, so in the beginning, she said, I've been thinking about this day for a long time, trying to figure out how we were going to explain this. So if I'm just driving down the street one day and somebody shoots at me and unloads, you know, 13 bullets into my car, I'm not going to worry about how to explain it. I would just say, you guys, I was the victim of a senseless, violent act. Someone literally shot at me, and I don't know why. Saying we've been trying to figure out how we were going to explain it just makes me feel like they knew why. That's what it made me feel like. So my original video was posted on the 12th, and I guess, I don't know, everybody's like, why didn't you, not everybody, there's like, it's like 4 different people. Why didn't you take it down? Well, I don't know, because I'm just continuing to cover it as more information comes out. In my video, yes, I did say that Cheyenne and Ace was shot, but I said I'm getting the information from these articles that it don't name her, but it seems like it's her. We don't know why we ever rented a house for 10 years. Oh my goodness. Faith. Yes, I did see that Grace Report did a video. I did. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, there's so many comments. Like, are they upset at how everybody's reacting to this? And also, someone said this. Someone left this comment on my video, and so I'm going to address it. Crap, I lost it. But they were comparing it to Maci. What happened with Maci? I wish I would stop getting porn bombed. Okay, so someone said, well, I was hurt, Dooley, like, but I expected it. That's why I wanted it to be kept quiet. When I was arrested, because I knew the way that it was going to look, keep in mind, I'm not on a TV show um, that's gotten, I haven't been on TV. I've been on YouTube for 3 years. At the point where I was arrested, I've been on YouTube 8 months. I've been on YouTube for 8 months. I had about 18,000 followers. So I wasn't expecting, the people of YouTube to find out about my arrest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't expect that. What I expected was I will deal with this. I'll get it. I know it's going to be dismissed because I know I've done nothing wrong. And then I will be able to share my story on my channel because I'm not a famous celebrity. Now, when early Monday morning, when another YouTuber knew about it somehow, was I hurt at the speculation? Sure. But I couldn't get mad at it. Like, it wasn't, I couldn't sue people. I could not get on my YouTube and be like, I'm suing y'all. How dare y'all question what happened? It was upsetting, sure. Like, I could understand them being upset at the speculation. I get that. It because they shared it, Asher. They shared it on the premiere of Teen Mom. Well, I don't think you can deny. By the way, Julie, I wanted to name my son that. His name is Dakota, but we were actually, I was like, I want to name him Julie. Well, the reason that mine got found out is because somebody, it was a weird situation, okay? My name was she either had like a ping on my name. No, I did not threaten to sue people. No, not over releasing my arrest. It's public information. No, I sued the police for the arrest because it was a wrongful arrest. But no, I didn't threaten to sue nobody. And there was a lot of people that were my followers. But I don't think you can deny that being on YouTube for 8 months with 18,000 followers, you can't deny that it's a whole lot different than being on a show that used to pull in 5 million viewers. You know what I'm saying? Like, my status is way down here. Hers is way up there. So my arrest was on my local radio station page. And why would anybody in Minnesota, within 2 hours of them posting that, I think it was 2 hours, she was live talking about it. I mean, that's suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody agrees that that's suspect. My lawyer was like, what? How did this other creator know that you were arrested so quickly? And I'm like, I don't know. But I couldn't sue her for talking about it. It's public information. Was I happy about it? No. She stated things as facts. And I've talked about suing this person for other things, but not just that. Like, not that. Not because she shared my arrest. I know you can't sue somebody for public information, but she shared like a bankruptcy, and she stated that we weren't paying it and that my car was about to be repossessed. She stated that I scammed my followers. I mean, she stated a lot of things. That's why I talked about the possibility of suing her. It had nothing to do with all of that. And a public platform, I can share with you how many followers it got. That public, I mean, nobody can deny that me, this big on YouTube, another creator that was double my size. The thing was, in my opinion, yes, I am, Sissy. This is my opinion, and it's the opinion of a lot of other people, that the reason this creator found out so quickly is because maybe she had a ping on my name, that if anything happened with me, she would be alerted, because you can do that. You can put like alerts on people's names to where, like, if they get arrested or anything like that, like you get alerted somehow. I didn't know that was possible until all of this took place, because I was like, how did she know that? What? I also heard that she was following my local police department. I don't know why anybody, I don't know why another creator would follow my local police department. You know what I'm saying? So I heard that as well. And I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. It wasn't announced on a TV show that gets millions of viewers, which right now they're not really getting millions of viewers. Maybe like, I'll have to see. So, okay. My local radio station that announced it has like 9,000 followers right now. Right now. Way back when, right, apparently. So apparently that's how she knew, which is kind of weird. That just because that's a little too much. It's kind of crossed on the line to put an alert on someone's name just because you don't get along with them, you know? It's like TikTok creator Shoe Lover 99 used her platform to help catch her son's killer. That's wild. Wow. That's pretty cool, though. You know? That's really, I'm glad. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation there, Madison, that, you know, a lot of people believe that I mean, why was I pulled over by 4 cop cars, you know, 3 miles from my home? We don't know, you know. I mean, the initial officer is no longer with the company. His things didn't really make sense. Um, no, she was a stalker. She had literally, before I was arrested, I mean, she paid for my bankruptcy information. She paid for my financials. That's kind of stalkerish. You know what I'm saying? Just because we didn't get along, she's paying for my finances, then blasting them on social media, claiming that my car's about to be repossessed, claiming that I'm not paying my bills, even though she said she literally goes over the months that I paid. Payment in October, big payment in November, and then December 6th they're going to repossess her car. She's 3 months behind. Wait, you just named 2 months that I pay. Anyways, I don't even care. I went over all that. But no, that was very much, in my opinion, stalker type behavior. If anybody, because you don't like somebody to put a Google alert on their name, that's kind of stalker like behavior, in my opinion. But either way, I wasn't happy about it because I wasn't able to explain yet. I did not get on YouTube and say, hey guys, so I've been arrested. This is what I'm being charged with. I'm being charged with improper lane usage, Schedule 2 drugs, and flight from an officer. This is really tough for me. See ya, you know? And then when people speculate about why, or say, well, why was she running from the police if she didn't have the drugs? Then be upset about that. I didn't put the information out about me publicly. They did. Like, they had to know this was going to cause some speculation. They had to know that people were going to wonder, why did this happen? Like, so somebody that's been in their house that they have pictures with, random, and I guess maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know LA well enough. Maybe it was a random act of violence. Maybe somebody that they knew for no reason, you know, attempted to take their whole family out, their 2 kids. You know, I guess it's possible. I guess, you know, maybe this person just kind of went crazy, or maybe this person kind of was crazy and committed this random act of violence. I guess it could be true, but I think a lot of people assume that that's not the case and there was a reason behind this. But in my opinion, I don't think I did anything wrong. I have not jumped on here and lied about the situation. Everything that I've said, I've given more than enough reason to show you guys why I believe what I believe. I did, Crystal. I actually did a video about that this morning. I had to edit it because I literally, that's why I decided to do this. Because every video that I've done since that video, I've had, you know, people come in and kind of like go way off topic. Like every video that I've done since I put out that live stream, since I did that live stream about Cheyenne and Zach, every live stream I've done after that, I've had people come in like, why are you lying on Zach and Cheyenne? You're lying on them to make money. And I'm like, honey, no. I'm not going to make any money off this video. Like, not really. It's a limited ads video. I mean, I got it down right now because I'm thinking about maybe sending it to my attorney just to make sure. Just to make sure there's nothing in there, that I don't need to edit it. I mean, I don't know. I've even contemplated, like, you know what? Taking every video I've ever did about them down, sharing what happened, that apparently I'm being told that they want to sue me, and then just kind of being done with it. Here's the thing. When people don't cover you anymore, hold on. You know, like, your celebrity status is only going to go so far if nobody follows you. You know, and if people see you, like, going after someone for, like, no real good reason, it doesn't sit right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my cousin was growing out his thick curly hair. Those curls saved his life. It literally changed the trajectory of the bullet. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's so scary. That is so scary. Huh. That's weird. Gabrielle said, I'm from Oakland, California, which it's as bad or worse than LA. I want to think that they were just trying to get robbed and nothing else, because it's hard to believe it was just random. Right. So that's what my husband said at first, like, well, maybe they were trying to rob them. And I'm like, but they didn't. You know? I mean, they 13 bullets, and they didn't rob them. I mean, they took off on foot. So I don't know. Oops, sorry guys. Y'all, YouTube is acting kind of funky. My sister is like, did you block me? I'm like, no. But it did that earlier. It's not letting people comment. It's the weirdest thing. I'm double checking, Flossie, that you didn't somehow end up blocked, but I don't think so. Are you watching? Say yeah if you're watching. Text me and say yeah, I'm watching. I'm so glad I got to be here for a little bit of your live. It'll be, oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Flossie, text me yeah if you're still watching. I'm double checking. I wouldn't know how you would be blocked. But I would hope that they're not going to waste money on doing something like that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I didn't think so. Something's happening with this, because Sherry Sherry couldn't respond earlier. Flossie said been talking the whole time, nobody been talking back. Sorry, Floss. I know she is saying what everyone else is saying. Crystal. I don't understand it either. I don't know. It's very... Flossie. Go out. Delete the app. Reinstall it and come back. It was happening. I'm in Molly's live. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening. YouTube has some sort of glitch right now where not everybody's able to chat. I don't know what it is. I'm double checking. So anyways, I wanted to respond to that because I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, really? Like, okay, they blocked me. That's fine. They blocked me on Instagram. That's okay. I feel like anybody has the right to block anybody they want. They don't really know me that well, but if they want to block me, that's A-okay. If they don't like the way that I covered the situation, I get that. They could have messaged me and said, hey, listen, that article that you showed and the helicopter thing that you showed, that's not from our incident. It's not. Like, I get it. That looks like Ace. It's not him, I promise. And I would have got on here and said, hey, you guys. So if Cheyenne would have said, but you didn't hear that from me because I'm not supposed to talk about it, I would have said a source that knows the family got in contact with me and did tell me those clippings are not from their situation. That's not, the article, that baby was getting towed out of the fire truck. That's not Ace. That's not their situation. And I was also informed that she was not shot in the belly and he was not shot in the foot. Like, if they could have, you know what I'm saying? I would have did that. It's not like I'm sitting here trying to say, they were shot. They were shot. I drew that conclusion based off articles that very much so seemed like their incident. I did an updated video to say, hey, this is what Zach is saying. Zach showed a car. This is the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's irritating that now, but I'm like, whatever. Let me see. I did want to show that other thing. Okay. The press releases from Los Angeles County District, May 2002. The story says a 2-year-old girl and a mom in a black SUV, but the same shooting. See, that's what I thought, Elizabeth. I think this is what I shared. That's the one that I shared, the one that you sent me. Yep, that's what I shared too. Thank you, Destiny. I just bought it, but I'm not so sure if I like it. It's like a crop top, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about crop tops, but yeah, they keep sharing. I would be kind of paranoid about that as well. Y'all, I'm terrified of the police. If a police gets behind me, I'm like, off the road. Sean's like, that looks more suspicious. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to travel with a police behind me. See, that's the same one that I thought was them that apparently, I don't know. No, Flossie said to tell you, hey, Destiny. It shouldn't take you long to delete it and put it back on. Flossie said, I'm going to start cursing up in the thing. Don't do it. What, don't be talking crap about my shirt, Flossie. You like it, don't you? Okay, where is Sean? Because I need to get him to get... Flossie, apparently, what people are saying is that Cheyenne and Zach apparently are going to sue me. I've not heard them say that. It's okay. You can still delete the app, even if it comes with your phone. In all surrounding cities, that's the only one. He's not getting my messages. Where's Waldo? Right? Yeah, Flossie, I did that to Sherry earlier. She couldn't come in. She was like, am I blocked? DeBar's girlfriend, what's her name? Ashley, anyway, isn't the one who started the infamous... Who are you talking to? Pluto, I think Pluto wants inside. Yes. She is. It was Ashley that started that group, and then she, like, gave it over to somebody else. Um, that's wild. How do I even know your name? Okay, so I wanted to find that comment because they were like, what about, okay, somebody said, seriously, when Maci was in a shooting, no one questioned if Taylor was at fault. The fact is, no one knows and will never know until they tell. Zach and Cheyenne do everything for their kids and their family. Be kind and fair. Well, I thought that I was kind and fair, like I really did. Um, but Maci's situation is completely different because Maci was not targeted. Maci was in a gas station going to pay for her gas when a man outside started shooting. And she ran into the bathroom and locked the door and was like caught in the crossfire. Somebody said that. Somebody said completely different situation though. Maci was at a gas station, got shot at in the crossfire of a situation that had nothing to do with her. Cheyenne's family was clearly targeted by someone they said they knew. Little different if you ask me. Exactly. My tag had my name tagged to it. If they're trying to sue you, then it seems like it's very weird. It doesn't really make sense to me. And the person said, my point is you can have someone in your house and never know the person's intentions. Well, that's true, but that has nothing to do with Maci. So I don't know how that would be her point. Let's be kind to this family. Trauma is trauma. I agree. And I literally said my heart broke for them. I said, no matter what, if this does have something to do with Zach, he's done nothing to deserve to be shot at and for his family to go through this. Like, despite all that, I feel like the thing is you can't stop people from speculating and questioning and wondering, especially if you're the person that put it out. If you get on your platform and you say, someone tried to take me and my whole family out, you know? You can't, in my opinion, obviously people's going to question, like, what happened. Right, Maci didn't get a green laser pointed at her face. Taylor wasn't at the gas station. Exactly. I put all 3 cards in my dad's name. I would be, yeah, I'm weird about cops. Oh, and yes, like we don't even know what's the deal with the shooters. I did notice on the episode, it made it look like the shooters had been arrested. Like they showed up at the courthouse. Somebody actually commented on this earlier. Somebody commented on it earlier. I know that's true, Flossie. I'm reading your comment, Flossie. Oh, thank you, Destiny. Yeah, to me, I'm just like, I feel like I'm probably the more nicer of the creators that cover Teen Mom. And yes, you know, they've already always been pretty secretive about they've always been pretty secretive about like Zach and his past and what he does, and you know then he was arrested. Um, why don't we know the guy's name? Where's the arrest? Obviously he was arrested. They were going to court. Okay, so yeah, on the show they're like we got to go to court. Like this is anxiety because he may be there, and then afterwards she's like they pushed it back. His lawyer keeps pushing it back. So it seems like he was arrested. Seems like they who is he? Um, I'm trying to see where is it? Somebody sent me like this thing of like all the arrests, But I'm not seeing the one for... Oh, maybe I need to go back. No? So I don't know. I'm just confused by it. Right, Zach. And I mentioned that, and maybe that's something else that made him upset. But the thing is I've never said any of this is true. I never said, so the person saying Zach scammed them is true. I just said that's what the person said. Like, we don't know. It could be somebody on there that just don't like Zach. So they're going around spouting off all these rumors. Just like the people that's clearly upset with me over covering this, they were literally commenting on everybody else's comment saying, Leslie's a liar and she knows she's lying. So there's people out there that'll do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That will lie on purpose just to be messy. So maybe, I don't know, or maybe it really happened. We don't know. I don't think Zach's ever been arrested for anything like that. But people, they're saying these things. I repeated those things. I said, this is what people saying. I read some of the comments. I went over some of the comments that I had seen already and was like, well, this was said. I imagine that probably didn't go over too well with them because, like, one of the things that I brought up, I was like, someone said that, Zach was arrested not too long ago when they were coming back from that trip. The police were, like, waiting on him in the airport, allegedly. Someone said that when he was arrested, Zach may have, like, ratted on someone potentially, and that might be, like, their retaliation. Someone else said that. I repeated it, and I did not say that it was, like, the truth. I'm just saying, like, this is what someone said. Right, beautiful boy. I don't know, Gabrielle. I would love to know what he says about it, what Corey thinks about it. I just don't see anything about it, though, on the May. Allegedly stabbed his roommate. LA County District Attorney George Gaslin today addressed steps elected officials must take to prevent mass shootings, such as the ones that. Okay. No, that's a mass shooting. I don't. Police officer assaulting a man at a gas station. Charged with doctor for using fake COVID vaccination cards, injecting some of his patients with blood plasma. What? In connection with an attack on comedian Dave Chappelle. What? Filed charges against a woman for allegedly. Oh. So this is all the May incidences, I guess. I'm not seeing anything there, unless I'm somehow missing it. Yeah, and this was also on here as well. And I read this and I went over it, which led me to believe that all of that was about Cheyenne's incident. I mean, it sucks to not be able to control the narrative. It sucks when, like I said, I mean, I've been subject of harsh criticism, lies. People, ran with my arrest, and it sucked. And not only, you know what's crazier is when I was arrested, it was literally 3 weeks after, Flossie's baby passed away. So, like, our entire family was already dealing with something super traumatic happening when then that something else traumatic happened, and it was a rough time. My channel had been mass flagged. I mean, I was going through a lot. And it sucked that if you got on YouTube, you saw people talking about you. But I couldn't threaten to sue everybody. I couldn't talk about how wrong they were to speculate because it's just what it is, unfortunately. No, they were wrong with their speculation, with what they were speculating. So this is on sarcasm. This is sarcasm. Is this Cheyenne FLoyd shooting? Mom, dad, 2 children, and BMW shot at in LA in May. So this is even questioning it, you know. After the episode aired, there was a mad scramble among fans to find out more information. Reddit user You at Better Squash 33 found numerous news reports on a shooting in Cheyenne's LA neighborhood that appears to match with a lot of Cheyenne's acts, you know, what they revealed on Teen Mom. Cheyenne says in the episode that she's Zach, Ryder, and Ace were in the car to go to a doctor's visit. She recalls seeing a green beam on Zach's head prior to the shooting, which would indicate the shooter was using a laser sight. I looked at who was holding the gun. It was somebody that we both knew. Zach says not only was it that we knew him, but he's been here to Cheyenne's house. There's pictures with him. Zach then says that the shooter hit the car 13 times, and then he crashed into the back of a Prius. Later in the episode, after their court was continued, Cheyenne got emotional talking about the incident. We should never have had to strip our kids in the middle of the effing street. That's just not fair. Now, according to multiple news reports, the woman in her 20s, her 2-year-old child were injured after shooting in a Harbor Park area in South LA on May 13th. The location of the incident is within half a mile of Cheyenne's home featured on the show. See? So where that incident took place, it was very close to her house, which would make it make sense. And I guess they're saying this is not about her incident, and that's okay. Maybe it's not. The injured mother and child were in a black BMW when shooting occurred just after 3 p.m. There's also a man and another child in the car, uninjured. The toddler was reportedly struck in the foot. The woman was treated for a stomach wound. Some sites said the woman was shot, but others just stated a wound or injury. So far, this story is a perfect match. According to the police on scene, 3 to 4 males approached the vehicle wearing hoodies. Shots were fired. All the suspects ran off. So footage from the scene, both from the air and the ground, appears to show a black Toyota Prius right here in the middle of the road beside the crime scene. That would make sense that they rear-ended, if it had been rear-ended by the black BMW black Prius. One eyewitness said she heard about 9 shots, but later clarified that they were very rapid and that there were at least 9. They're saying 13. She says at least 9. Another witness told the reporter she heard 6 shots. Photo of the bullet-ridden car seemed to show at least 8 holes on the passenger side. You will notice that all of the apparent bullet holes have been labeled with a letter of the alphabet, and they go, the letters go all the way to M, which is the 13th letter. Zach mentioned in the episode that his door had to be pried open. You can see multiple marks along the passenger roof line of the BMW that could be the result of a pry bar. Okay, Zach mentioned on the episode that his door had to be pried open. You can see multiple marks along the passenger roof line of the BMW that could be, okay, I get what they're saying there. Aerial shots show the injured toddler being carried into the hospital wearing just a diaper and shoes. Looks similar to Ace. The fact that anybody could be like, you're just lying. No, I got it from these articles and the video that I watched. Here's multiple video reports of the shooting that I guess is not Cheyenne's shooting. I don't know. There were numerous inconsistencies when matching up the May Harbor Park shooting to Cheyenne's. At least 2 news sites were told that the woman was 25, whereas Cheyenne is 29. LA did follow up later, video included below, and they were told that the child was injured was a 2-year-old girl. I didn't see that, though. They added that there was a 1-year-old boy in the back seat who was not injured. Okay, a 1-year-old boy would be the same as Ace, but 2-year-old girl, obviously that's not Ryder. The video clip ends by stating the detectives believe the shooting was gang-related. Cheyenne and Zach only talk about the assailants when police only talk about one assailant. Cheyenne and Zach only talk about one assailant. Police believe there were 3 to 4. Have to imagine that police on the scene got their information from the victims. Of course, Zach and Cheyenne could have been referencing just to the actual shooter on the show. The car that was shot is a black BMW X4. Zach is an avid car guy with multiple vehicles, but I couldn't match up a black BMW with anything from their social media accounts over the past few years. There's a white BMW X6 that Cheyenne purchased last year, but not a black one. If someone comes up with a photo of Team Mom screen cap showing Cheyenne or Zach with a matching car, I will post later update. But there is a black car that's always in their driveway. I saw the picture of it. Right, Rosie. I thank you, Rosie. I agree. Thank you. When Cheyenne is talking about the incident, we see a scene with broken glass beside a black car, as well as another scene with police in the area sealed off by crime tape. Those scenes do not match the scenes from the Harvard Park shooting in May. There is also a scene of Cheyenne being loaded into an ambulance on a stretcher featured in Team Mom the Next Chapter preview clip. That scene was shot on a wide commercial street in the back, with a bank in the background, which also does not match the Harvard Park shooting scene. It makes sense that MTV might use stock footage from the scenes in which Cheyenne and Zach are recounting what happened, but the ambulance scene wouldn't make much sense unless it's not right after the shooting. One very important question we don't have the answer for is who recorded the ambulance video. While we're on the topic of not right after the shooting, Cheyenne shared multiple posts in July about having surgery. Not being able to talk about the reason. Obviously, that doesn't match up to May shootings. Okay. However, it's possible that Cheyenne had surgery later, perhaps due to complications from her injury that could line up with the ambulance footage being shot by MTV. There are no further updates on May Harvard Park shooting in the news, so I do not know if the suspects were ever apprehended. That also means I'm unable to research the court case. We will continue looking at the shootings as well as court cases. We will update when we know more. Meanwhile, you can follow along the impact the shooting had on Cheyenne and her family, and new episodes of Team Mom the Next Chapter. So, see, some of it made sense, some of it didn't. And there is a photo, though, of this black car sitting in their driveway that I've seen more than once. Let's go back to June. See if there's anything about June. Thank you, beautiful boy. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, so she had surgery in June. So let's go to June. June 22nd, a man arrested due to hate crime. I don't think this is him. LA County District Attorney George Gaskin announced today that a man charged with a hate crime is now in custody. The unprovoked assault on members of our community is wrong and will not be tolerated. Our message against violence and racial hatred must be loud and clear. We will hold people accountable who commit hate crimes in LA. This person, Nicholas, faces one felony count of battery with serious bodily injury and one misdemeanor count of battery. I don't know. On May 13th, this person had a traffic collision with the victims at a fast food drive-thru, proceeded to yell racial slurs. During the confrontation, the defendant is charged with physically injuring one of the victims severely. No, that cannot be it. That's a fatal shooting. No. Attempted murder with firearm. That's of a police officer. see if I can find anything because she had the surgery in June. So I'm just seeing if I see anything. I doubt it happened in April, and then they waited 2 whole months. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing outside of those things that looks like it could be about them, but then some things don't match up. So I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and send that. I guess send it to my lawyer and be like, whoa, tell her the situation and say, what do you think about this? Or maybe just not even cover them anymore at all. I don't know. I don't know why the Teen Mom girls don't like me because I'm like I'm not as rough on the Teen Mom girls as some of these people. Which, Kail's I've never had an issue with Kail. Kail's been nice to me. Um, Janelle don't like me. North Hollywood. But anyways, you guys, I don't know. Like honestly, normally I don't like for like haters to come in the chat, but this was kind of one of the ones that I was like, if the people that's been leaving these like rude negative comments come in asking me questions, that's okay. I'm gonna answer the questions, hopefully make it make sense to them, um, of why my video, like I've watched the video over and over and over, and I can't really understand why they would be mad. Like it was clear that I come to the understanding through the articles. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. See, there is a black car that has been in her driveway a lot. See, here's one little black car that's in her driveway. See? Thank you, beautiful boy. Thank you. That's what I call my kid, beautiful boy, my little beautiful boy. But anyways, hopefully if Cheyenne and Zach are devastated over me talking about it and like upset, hopefully they'll watch this. They can easily reach out to me, and anything that I said that I got wrong, I'd be more than happy to say, hey, they said this is not what it is. Right, because sarcasm, I mean, at least I've always said, despite if Zach has any, like, whatever the case may be, and you can't be mad at us for wondering because, like, they've not really been transparent with what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Doesn't mean he's into something bad. It doesn't. Maybe he just likes to keep his job private. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he works somewhere that he didn't want people showing up there. But when we don't know, and there's these accusations coming out, it would leave one to wonder, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off this one. We got to get to football a little bit early today. Y'all, it's going to be crazy the next few days. We have, I think they want us to practice at like, we have football tonight from like 5:15 to like probably 9. And then we have school tomorrow, football game tomorrow night. And then Saturday morning, we have a football game at 8:30 in the morning, 2 hours away. We have one at 8:30, we have one at 5, and then we have one at 6:30, 2 hours away. So I don't know. We do have the game, and then my son's birthday is Saturday. It's Caden's birthday Saturday, and he's going to an LSU football game, and we're going to be in Texas, and it's just going to be a lot this weekend. So just pray for me. I would just check out the North Hollywood area. Okay, Peggy. I put in North Hollywood. I wasn't seeing anything, but I'm not that good of like digging into stuff like this. I don't know. I feel like I'm not. I know some people, they like pay for Pacer and they pay for all these things, and I'm like, if it comes out, if somebody else finds it and like puts it somewhere, then I'm like, okay, there it is, you guys. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But if I hear anything else, I'll let you guys know. Obviously, I don't want to cover this and like add to their stress because like I know they're going through a lot of trauma, but I did not know me doing my video would be an issue because I just assumed that they knew that, this was going to be a hot topic. I mean, literally, they're on a show that's like crashing. This is the only thing that's like happening that's really like worth listening to and listening to and paying attention to. So I just don't understand like how I'm kind of confused. I don't know. Maybe they could even message me and let me know what I did or what I said that upset them. I don't know. But anyways, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. That video is going to be down for a little bit until I can get that figured out. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. What did I just do? Oh, I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye, everyone.